Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is Jackass Retro. My name is Matt, and it is Thursday, so that means we are doing a What Sold video, postcards only. And guess what? It's actually Thursday. We didn't do it on Friday. We did it on Thursday. We're getting better. I want to welcome all the new subscribers. We just passed the 1,000 mark. Big shout out to Cajun Roots Reseller who brought us on their morning live show. Look in the description. There'll be a link to his channel. They do a morning live show every single weekday just before we do our morning live show on this channel pretty much every day. So without getting too far into the weeds here, we did, since Sunday, 32 postcards for a total of $362. That's all eBay, no HIP, no Bonanza. Average of $11.31 per postcard. That's a really, really, really good average. Especially since this whole item-specific things changed over. There's been, it feels like a little bit of a downswing. I haven't been selling as many older postcards that have been listed longer. Most of what's been selling is the stuff I've been listing recently. So not sure if there's anything to that, but I guess we'll find out. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right. So before we go into the postcards that sold, just want to give another sort of mention to some of the upcoming postcard shows. There's pretty much one or two every weekend between now and Thanksgiving. The one that comes with the highest recommendation is the York, Pennsylvania Postcard Expo. Huge show, but I would recommend anybody, if you can get near, or you live near any of these and you have any interest in postcards or vintage ephemera, probably make your way to one of these. Great opportunity for education and sourcing. So these are, it's a hobby that definitely needs some new blood in it. And if you are interested in this kind of stuff, why don't you head on over and get yourself some good free education. So let's go ahead and get into the postcards. All right, so railroad depots, no-brainer, right? Like we know railroads and anything trains sell. In terms of postcard content, pretty much any railroad depot, if you price it right, is going to sell. I put this one up at $20. I sent out a 15% offer. Somebody took me up on it. No surprise. 1911, Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Railroad Station. There we go. 1696 plus shipping. This one, of course, came from the collection of Herbert Love. Want to mention real quick that I just posted a gallery on the Jackass Retro Facebook page. There's a link to it on the YouTube community page if you'd like to go find it. It's over 700 scans of the postcards that came out of this collection. Some really cool stuff. Some stuff you've probably already seen on the What Solds. And some stuff you probably see in the future What Solds. But if you'd like to see all of them in one gallery, it's now available to you over on the Facebook Jackass Retro page. Moving on. All right, this is the zoom in I did of this one. This is we'll zoom out on the next one. Beaver Meadows, Pennsylvania. There is not a lot of Beaver Meadows postcards. The fact that this is a pardon me, a coal hopper, just really, or coal breaker rather, coal machinery, anything mining, good content, undivided back, 1905. Obviously, this is from the Herbert Love collection. The person who bought this came in and bought the next 5 cards. So I'm going to give you the total gross dollar amount. This card here was $54.95. The total on the next 4 is $64.80, and they did get a 15% off discount on that total. So it came out roughly to about $100 total sales on this one. So the next one they bought was the Pennsylvania Railroad Station in Demopolis. I believe I'm saying that right now. I'm sure I'll be corrected if I'm not, but Demopolis, Pennsylvania. They also purchased Long Avenue in Demopolis, another undivided back from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love. West Long Avenue in Demopolis, also from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love. And finally, Green Glen Drive in Demopolis, also from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love. So these 4 postcards and the one before it, roughly around $100 purchase. Some nice ones, and you know, if I wasn't already in the black, just those 5 cards would have paid for everything. Here we have the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California. Plastic chrome postcard. Mark over at SM Postcards is either his video's dropped yet or it's coming out on plastic chrome. So if you're not subscribed, there's a link in the description of this video. You can go over to his channel, subscribe. He sort of does a deep dive into certain aspects or certain kinds of postcards each week on his videos, and it's very educational. I've learned a lot, and it just gives you some cool ideas and stuff you may not know about to keep an eye out for. So Plastic Chrome is one of those videos. I believe it's out already. I haven't had a chance to see it if it has. But yeah, here's the Golden Gate Bridge. $1.95 plus shipping. Just a line to say that I'm staying here. From Jesse. Black Cat, right? Black Cats, we know these sell. This is a linen postcard. Probably could have got squeezed a little bit more out of it. It was up for $2. Sold on an offer sent to watchers for $1.66. I'm perfectly happy with that. Linen postcard. We can see the cross hatching, border, yada yada yada, and it's a black cat. Yeah, there we go. The Monoduct building. Monoduct. Nope. Monadnock building. Chicago, Illinois. Took an offer on this one. I was up for $19.95. Somebody offered me $15. This is from the collection of Miss Daisy Graves. There's also a gallery of Miss Daisy Graves collection on the Jackass Retro Facebook page. Beautiful card. It's been up for a little while, but sold for $15 plus shipping. Here we have another nice chrome postcard. This is Ashby's Gap in Piedmont Valley, Virginia. Another nice chrome postcard. Dexter Press. Wasn't a lot of these cards out there. There was a couple of other different views. I priced it up a little bit, $5.95. Somebody took me up on an offer and at the door for $5.06 plus shipping. Here we have the first house built in Birmingham, Alabama. This came from the collection of, you guessed it, Miss Castile Graves. Haha. Actually, D. Castile Graves. So it's Miss Daisy. It's the Miss Daisy Graves from Cupertino, California. First house built in Birmingham. I recently repriced this down from, I think it was $24.95 plus first class shipping. Ended the listing, adjusted the price down to $19.95, put it on standard envelope shipping, and it sold within a couple of days at that price. Here we have the Falls in Castalia, Ohio. I mean, that's what the photo is of, right? That's it. The only way we would ever know this is the Falls in Castalia, Ohio, is the fact that somebody wrote it on the front of the postcard. It's from the collection Mr. Herbert Love in Brookville. And this is one of those where it's just like, you know what? I bet you there's somebody who collects Castalia. It's not the greatest postcard. I recognize that. It's not a great image. It's very, very grainy, and there's not a lot going on there. I put it up for $5. It sold right away. So somebody had a alert going, and you know what? Price is right. They just snagged it. We have Charlotte, North Carolina, the Central Hotel. This is a really cool one. I like this. It's got the banner here going on. I like the writing on the front. I love it when people use the negative space for the writing. I think it just gives the card so much character. This is from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love, PCK Series 1907, Undivided Back. And yeah, neat postcard. This was up for $20. Somebody took me up on a offer sent to watchers. Or actually, they sent me an offer for $13.45. I took it. Peanut pickers in Georgia and Alabama. Farm machinery, pretty much that's what sold it. Real easy. Tractors, farm machinery. Could have been the fact that they're peanut pickers, but probably the machinery is what did it. Not sure where this came from. Probably from a collection of agricultural postcards I bought right off eBay a couple of years ago. $5.95 plus $1 shipping. Here is the famous McKinney Stump in Chehalis, Washington. It says Tacoma here, but it's in Chehalis, which is technically, I mean, it's in between Olympia and Tacoma. It's actually closer to Olympia than it is to Tacoma, but you know what? Nobody knows that. So it's near Tacoma, sure. The McKinney Stump, where he actually made a speech. He made a literal stump speech from this. And the stump existed until very, very recently. They just very recently replaced it with a replica stump. And it's hard to see here, but there's like seating up here. You can go up into the stump or onto the stump, and there's like a seating all around so people can have like seats on the stump. But yeah, go Google McKinney Stump. It's a neat story. And this one sold for $6.95 plus shipping. Civil War Soldiers Monument and Square. This is in Butler, Pennsylvania. You know what? I was not even the only person out there, and I don't think I was the cheapest person out there. Again, this is the collection of Mr. Herbert Love. I went $6.95 plus shipping on this one. I may have been able to squeeze a little bit more out because of the Civil War connection. Definitely, you know, could have put my Civil War tax on it, but didn't do that. $6.95. It sold very quickly within a couple of days, or actually within a day, and very happy with that. Here we have the Baptist Church in Brookville, Pennsylvania. This is also from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love. Unposted, unused. I was like, this is just, I know this is a good card. It's a church. I can't find any other examples. It's unposted. It's great condition. It's got a little bit of foxing here and this discoloration here on the front, but I think good nonetheless. I went $20, didn't even put a make offer on it, and it sold right away. That also came from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love, as did this one. Suspension Bridge in Mill Creek Park, Youngstown, Ohio. I had this up at $4.95 plus shipping. I sent out a 10% off offer. Somebody took me up. Some interesting postmarkage. This went to the wife of Mr. Herbert Love, but it came from that very collection. And what a cool looking bridge. There's others out there of this bridge, but I priced mine to sell. Whenever I see a lot of examples out there, I'll go a little bit lower than the average and move the card and Happy to do that. $4.46 plus shipping. Got a nice chrome postcard here. This is Oak Ridge, North Carolina, the Stafford Mill. Unused, unposted, Dexter Press. Just a nice card. It's been up for a while. It did sell, though, for $3.95 plus shipping. Portland, Oregon, the Oregonian building. This is a still there, I want to say, but I'm not 100% positive. Perhaps not. I can't remember. I did the research. I can't remember all the research. But still, this one sold for $13.56 plus shipping. This came from the collector locally. I've made a number of purchases from. Unposted, unused. That probably helped me out a little bit. Here we have Huntsville, Alabama, the Burnett Museum. Burritt. No N in there. This is the formal. Let's try this all over again. Huntsville, Alabama, the Burritt Museum, the formal parlor. Not enough former parlors anymore. Really? That's a thing of the past, but we should bring that back. We should all have ourselves some formal parlors. I'm going to stop saying that word now. This sold for $2.95 plus shipping. It's a fireplace and some old furniture. Let's go. Nice large letter greetings. Linen postcard. Greetings from New Mexico, the Sunshine State. Zia sun symbol. We got some nice little windows of stuff going on here. I like this one. Nice colors to it. Unused, unposted. This came from the Michon auction lot from earlier this year. Went a little bit higher than my normal pricing on these large letter greetings. This one I went $5.95 plus $1 shipping. And that is what it sold for. Hickory Nut Falls. This is North Carolina. Linen postcard. Not sure what's up with that. Some kid decided something. No idea. It's a nice fuchsia color of the pen writing, though. Hickory Nut Falls. These falls 400 feet high. Break over the south rim of the Hickory Nut Gorge. Well, good to know. This one sold for $4.95 plus shipping. Okay, the next 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all sold to the same customer. They're all the same location and same era with the exception of one. They're all the Waldemere Beach in Erie, Pennsylvania. They're all unposted. I priced them all the same, $7.95 plus shipping. They went out first class to the customer. Yeah, all the same price, all unposted with the exception of the last one. And that one was $19.95, and we'll get to it. So, bathing at Waldemere Beach, Pennsylvania, unposted. We've got sunset on the bay. I put Waldemere Beach because this was in that stack, and it's part of Lake Erie, even though there's no indication here. I'm just doing that. The person who bought it didn't seem to disagree. Here we have a wild night on Lake Erie near Waldemere Park, Erie, Pennsylvania. Again, unposted. The cable car at Waldemere Beach Park, Erie, Pennsylvania. And so all of those sold at $7.95 a piece to the same customer the day that I listed them. And then this is the Milton Hotel and Store, also Waldemere Beach, Pennsylvania. Unposted. I listed this one at $20. I was really on the fence of pricing it up a little bit more than that, and perhaps I could have. I could have possibly priced up those other Waldemere Beach to around $10 or maybe even $15. But you know what? That's a $50 sale from a 1,000 card lot that I paid pennies a card for. So I'm perfectly happy with this. And yeah, hopefully the customer is going to enjoy them as well. And again, from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love, the Warrior River and Railroad Tracks. This is Demopolis, Alabama. I think just a neat card. I like the colors on this. I had to do quite a bit of adjusting to get it pretty close because this is what the blue in the card really looks like. It's this sort of like crystalline, like Breaking Bad blue meth color. It's really, really pretty. This one here sold for $16.96 on an offer sent to watchers. It was listed at $20. Here we have the Verona, Pennsylvania Public School. Again, from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love, you guessed it. 1910 divided back. This one took an offer for $13 plus shipping. We have a nice Merry Christmas Holly postcard. This one, again, from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love. Not sure if the stamp is a thing, but maybe it is. A lot of writing, a lot of data here. So it's got the little mica borders, nice big holly branch. Been listing pretty much the majority of my Christmas postcards at $6.95 plus shipping. And that's what they've been going for. At the end of this Christmas season, I'll probably lower those down to like $1 less than that, maybe $5.95. And then as I list new cards, probably put the new ones out at $6.95 and slowly lower the price of my older ones. But maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it out there for $6.95. I mean, it's already there. People buy cards year round. We'll see what happens. I haven't decided yet. And final card of this video. I really like this one. It's very emblematic of the time. It is, it's not depicting Native Americans in any negative light. This is an actual traditional event that is held. I find it interesting that it's a lot of white people watching it. This is very, like I said, emblematic of how Native Americans were dealt with, or not dealt with, but treated during this time. They were very much a tourist attraction, but it's something they also embraced, right? This is how, they probably sold tickets to this. They probably sold food at this. They probably sold all kinds of handicrafts at this event and events like it. It brought people in. It was a way for these tribes to earn revenue. There, of course, is downsides to that as well, right? They're really, sort of commodifying their culture. But, it is what it is. But it's a, moment in history. And I think that this event still happens to this day. I don't know that for certain. It's been a while since I was researching this, but if you know, put it in the comments. And that is going to be it for this video, everybody. I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you are a new subscriber, thank you for joining, and thank you for subscribing. We do this twice a week now. It's supposed to be Thursday, but sometimes it's Friday. And then we also do it on Sunday evenings. So thank you all very much. We'll see you on Sunday. I hope you all have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.